Good day and welcome back to Your Best Flow. This is Roland, and we are starting a brand new season, season four. And in this episode, we'll chat a little bit more about an experience that I had quite a few years ago. And why I'm telling this story is because in this episode, in this experience, I I figured out a little technique that helped me today after many years because not too long ago that memory popped into my mind, and I was just like playing around with the memory, and I had this little idea that was like a kind of a metaphor or example or a made up thing that helped me to relax my mind and my body whenever I needed it most. Because sometimes people get anxiety or emotions at the wrong time, when they don't need anything working against them. Let's pretend you're going in a meeting or you got something important that you've got going on, in the next hour or in the next day. Sometimes you can get anxiety or, a little bit of nerves or something that works against you. Let's say you've got a speech at school, or, you've got a test you need to write, or whatever. Anything that's important coming up. Sometimes we can get, mental cycles that self-sabotage us and stuff like that. So this little technique actually helps me to get out of it quickly so that I can be fully engaged and fully performing in my day and whatever important things that I need to get completed. So many years ago, when I was, I don't know, how old was I? Maybe 10 years, no, but I was a bit older than that. Maybe 13 years old. I was 13 years old. Yeah, that's about right. And we lived on this farm, and I was living with this lady and her son. At that time, I was moving around quite a lot. Family stuff. A story for another day. But on this farm, it was quite nice. It was quite big. We had a nice wooden house, quite a lot of space in between. The kitchen, and it was quite a big wooden farmhouse. Big fireplace. It was nice. And every day we would, as kids, in the mornings before school or after school, we would hang out. If there's friends, we would, hang out with friends. Or if there's no one, it would usually just be me and this younger boy. He was about 7 years old, and and he was, yeah, like blonde hair boy, blue eyes, one or two teeth missing. His new teeth were still coming, but he was full of energy, but he had this slight little like annoying effect to him. You know what I mean? It's like, that those young kids that just, they're like little bullies. They would like punch you and kick you just for no reason, just because they can. And I think they know they can get away with it because you can't hit a child. Especially it's not your child. You can't bully him back. So they're smart like that. So they would just do that. And it used to be so annoying. And I would just like push him away, and he would come back. And uh, he used to sometimes he would kick me, and I would have like these blue patches on my legs. What do you call that? When that bruise. That's right. My English is failing me again. But it would just be annoying. It would just be one of those things. So you know, when I thought about this, I was like, okay, what did I do to get this kid to stop? So one day I just put my hand on his head, okay, and he tried to punch me, but I just pushed his head away from, from me, because his arms were a lot shorter than my arms. I basically just pushed him away, and he was swinging, and he was trying to like get to me, but he was not affecting me at all. He was not touching me, and I was just holding him like this, like pushing his head down, and he would just get tired, and after a few minutes, he would completely just back off. It's almost like he was embarrassed. He would like just stop after like a few seconds, because he realized nothing's happening and he's actually, getting tired, and he just like walks away in this shame with like, he would like touch his head, like almost like your hand burnt his head or something. Anyway, it's an innocent little thing. He's just a boy, but what I'm trying to get at is the lesson, the metaphor, or whatever you want to call it, is that you can use this kind of thing in your life when you get hit by an emotion that works against you, that hurts you, and I'm sure many people can relate to this. Sometimes we just go about our day and a thought comes in our mind about our past, and it just creates a little shitty emotion that you don't need right now. And this is just a perfect way to calm it down and to get it away and out of your mind as quick as possible. So whenever you feel that you're getting an emotion or a thought that you don't like or is working against you, all right, first thing is you need to bring your attention to it. Okay, if you went back to my previous episode, previous season, in season 3, the 3rd episode where I talk about meditating with a book, all right, the first point is to bring your attention to it, because then nothing can change if you don't bring your attention to it. The only way you can change something is to bring your attention to it, and then you just accept the experience that you are experiencing right now, the feeling that you are feeling right now, because that's the only way you'll be able to calm it down. You have to bring it into acceptance. You have to treat it with no resistance, okay? So bring your attention to it, accept it with no resistance, so that it can just slowly start calming down, okay? When that happens, just imagine you are pushing this emotion away gently, like that boy's head. The emotion is swinging his arms or her arms or whatever. You know what I mean? The emotion is swinging its arms, trying to hit you, trying to hurt you. You are just very gently, with no resistance and acceptance, pushing it away just a little bit. Just get it away from you a little bit, okay? Do you know what I mean? Just push it away in front of you, so it's in front of you here, not in you, okay? It's like sitting in traffic. Traffic, the cars are around you. It feels like you're a little bit more claustrophobic, and stuck. But when you're flying in an airplane over the traffic and you look down, there's a space between you and the city's traffic and busyness, right? But it has a certain beauty to it because of the distance between you and the traffic. It looks beautiful with the streaks of lights and all the, cars in a row, and the beautiful city lights. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you just push that experience or emotion away a little bit with no resistance and acceptance, all of a sudden it starts getting tired. It might swing for a while, like the little boy in my story. It might swing for a while, but it will tire eventually. And then you can just relax, because it won't hit you again, because it calmed down. You brought acceptance to it. Sometimes if the emotion is really intense, it can take a little bit longer. But if you just keep at it, keep your attention on it and try to accept it, okay? Try to accept it. Most of the time, okay, it's only our past or our imagination causing these issues, okay? Something that hasn't happened in the future, that may happen in the future, okay, you stress about, but it's not real right now. Something that happened in the past, okay, can still haunt you a bit, but it's not real right now. Right now, it's not real. It might have been real in the past, but when you just bring that acceptance into it, it might not change the reality around you. For example, if someone close to you passed away, accepting that emotion might not change the fact that that person passed away, but it will allow your mind and your emotions, or whatever is affecting you, to calm down, so that you can enjoy your time and not be affected by this thing that doesn't exist anymore that happened in the past. Okay, do you get what I'm saying? So to get back, whenever you feel like you're experiencing an emotion or thought or something in your body that you don't enjoy, sometimes the other day I got a bit of knee pain because I hit my knee. And anything can happen. You can break your little pinky, and that can hold you back in certain things. I'm also a paragliding pilot. That's one of my professions. And once I just hurt my finger, and I also flew overseas in Turkey. I split open my one toe. It was horribly painful, and I was out for weeks. But all I did was to help me with that suffering, to ease the suffering away, because that's actually what we don't want. We don't want to suffer, right? That's why we do everything we do in our day to avoid suffering. So to ease the suffering, I just held that pain away a little bit. It might take a little bit of practice, a few goes, but just accept it, bring your attention to it, accept it with no resistance, and just slowly push it away. And you'll notice, because of the space between you and that thing that is annoying you, because of that space, it starts calming down. If it's a physical injury, it might not calm down 100%, but it will calm down enough so you can actually just function in your day and still penetrate through the day with a lot of energy. And that's it. Very simple, very effective. Just try it out every day. Okay, just remind yourself. If you need to set a reminder, I used to do that sometimes, but just try it out every day and you'll see it will work better and better and better. And that's it, guys. Thank you very much for listening. Oh, and by the way, if you haven't checked out my program of how I doubled my energy, productivity, and mental clarity so that I could go in my day with complete confidence and surety that I'm going to break this day apart and just hit every goal that I wanted to. All right. This all comes down to the core of how clean your body is and how you can keep your attention in one place. If you want to know how to do that, I've got a little gift for you. I can send it to you. Just click on the link below, or you can just go to www.yourbestflow.com. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. See you next time.